Welcome to episode 14 of my Robinhood Portfolio, and today the portfolio spiked it up $145, guys. Everything was going up, everything was shooting to the sky, everybody was happy. But if we look at the after hours, minus $25. So the portfolio is starting to trend back here in the after hours, but that is still a very, very solid return. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it all, guys. We're going to talk about the markets. We're going to talk about what the markets have been doing, what's been shooting up. I think the NASDAQ has been hitting all-time highs. How is it going to stay? Is it going to stay like this? Like, we're going to talk about it all, guys. But first thing I want to talk about is actually I do want to talk about the NASDAQ. Yes, the NASDAQ. So all these tech stocks are hitting their highs, and then it's really an exciting time to be a tech investor. I've talked about this before in the other Robinhood portfolio videos that I'm extremely bullish on technology. It is my favorite sector, and that's where the money is. If you're an investor and you say, hey, I want to invest, I want to put some money into some stocks, and you have to look at what sectors are on fire right now. What sectors are on fire? Technology right now. You look at the NASDAQ is filled with tech stocks. So, I mean, eventually it's going to come back down. The markets are not going to keep going sky high. I think they announced tariffs again yesterday. The market had a little bit of a pullback, but guys, these tech stocks are on a really incredible bullish run right now, and I think everything's just hitting highs. I think Amazon is closing in on $1,800. Facebook is hitting highs. And Microsoft is hitting highs. Everything, guys, and there's a lot to be excited about. So, without further ado, we're gonna go talk about my portfolio. There's been a lot of changes, and again, I as an investor look at stocks, and I try to evaluate solid positionings in my portfolio. And sometimes I do buy into the high, and it's not a very wise investment strategy. I can admit that, because you want to buy things when they are on sale, and I'd like to buy things when they are on sale. But I also have. I also, when I look at certain stocks that are not in my portfolio, stocks that I know and that I trust. It's hard, guys. It really is. It really is hard to skip out on stocks that I really, really like. The stocks like the Microsofts of the world, the Apples of the world, and the Boeings of the world. But let's talk about my portfolio. We're not going to waste any more time. I only have 10 stocks, so the portfolio has been shortened a little bit, and it's been cut down a little bit. But yeah, guys, everything's been shooting up, and that's a big reason why my returns are so high, at least for today, $145. I'll take that any day of the week. But as you can see, there's some certain stocks in my portfolio that were in my portfolio for about a few weeks or so. They are gone. So Intel is gone. Walmart. I was extremely bullish on Walmart. It's gone, and so there's a lot of stocks here that are gone. AT&T. I think AT&T has been gone for a while, but then there's these little other stocks that have been in my portfolio. In the earlier videos, like Amazon. Look, Amazon is back into my portfolio. I could probably buy some more shares of Amazon. I have not been. One thing about my Robinhood portfolio, I've not been adding any money to this portfolio. I've really been just sitting on the sidelines. I've been sitting on a lot of cash. I'm really just waiting on this, just seeing what the market does, seeing if there's going to be a pullback here, so I can get some stuff on sale. But I haven't really been adding cash to my portfolio. And in the earlier episodes, I was adding a lot of cash, guys. I think every week I was adding at least $800, and this thing was just shooting up sky high. And thanks to the dividends and all the smart choices with my investments, everything just kept everything kept shooting up, and then eventually I hit $10,000. But you look at stocks like Amazon. What can I say about it? I mean, $41 return today. It's going to $1,800. Does it matter, guys? Does it matter where you buy this? I mean, when you look at the valuation levels, this thing is just on an absolute killer run for the past year. It's up $795. So that is just totally insane. And I want to be where the big boys are. This is what I'm talking about when we look at the stock market and we say, okay, where are those big solid rich guys putting their money in? This is the stock that they're putting their money in. All these rich guys are putting their money in on Amazon, and it's just shooting up. And you look at stocks like Walmart. It's a good stock and it's on sale, but Walmart is no Amazon. It's not. So I gave this portfolio a little bit more firepower. Amazon's back into my portfolio as a retail giant, an online retailer giant, and this thing is going to 2,000, guys. If you think that this Amazon will not be 2,000 by the end of the year, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I truly believe Amazon will be $2,000 by the end of the year. Excuse me, by the end of the year, and it's just insane. It's totally insane. So Johnson & Johnson, it's not having a good after hours, minus $1.72. A little bit unexpected, but that's fine. I'm in Johnson & Johnson, had a very, very great average cost. $56 return. That's not bad at all. I'll take that, and I'll take that nice dividend to go along with it. A new stock in my portfolio is Texas Instruments. I've been watching this. Excuse me. I've been watching this stock for a while now, and I was always asking myself, how come I'm not buying this? This looks, it's really not a bad stock. Texas Instruments, they make a lot of those great semiconductors. They make calculators. They make a lot of those. Excuse me, those tech. I'm getting losing my words here. They just do a lot of technical stuff that I like, and I don't think this stock is not an Apple by any means. I actually do think I like Apple more than Texas Instruments, but I bought Texas Instruments because when I look at Apple, I don't know. It is a technology stock, but over the past few years, most people are saying, it's kind of running out of steam and blah blah blah. I don't think Apple's running out of steam at all. But when I look at a pure tech stock, it doesn't get much purer than Texas Instruments. And Apple very well is also is a pure tech stock because they have those iPhones, they have those computers, and they have all this other stuff, but the Texas Instruments, a very, very good, solid technology stock. They have some of the best semiconductors on the market, which is really, really booming right now. The semiconductor industry right now is on fire, guys. Look at Micron. Look at Micron Technology. They shot up these last few months. I know they've been kind of trending back down, but that stock for a while, everywhere I went, everybody was talking about Micron Technology. MU, ticker symbol MU. Buy Micron. Buy it. It doesn't matter where, just buy Micron. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I never even heard of Micron. I knew when I looked at it as a semiconductor stock, I was looking at Texas Instruments, and I kept saying to myself, why am I not buying this? When I was looking at Texas Instruments, this thing was like around $87. So I could have easily picked up some shares, and I could be up really big right now. But they have been on fire. They've been on fire. My average cost $110 for a $48 return. That is nothing to sneeze at, guys. That is nothing to sneeze at. What else is in? What else is in here? Oh, here, look at this one, Boeing Airlines. So Boeing is back into my portfolio. I've said it before. I've talked about these stocks that I really, really like. I talked about the Amazons of the world. I talked about Apple. I talked about how much I like Boeing Airlines. It's right back into my portfolio. In the earlier videos, I bought this stock around $263, and then I think I bought another share around, I think it was around $300, and I think my average cost jumped up to about $287. And I left that thing alone for a long time, guys. I left that thing alone for a very, very long time, and it ended up being the best return in my whole portfolio. I think I was up $200 on that thing for a 17% return, which is just incredible how much that turned it out. I ended up selling, but yeah, I mean, I don't have to do much work for Boeing. They make deals every single day. They're one of the best industrial stocks in the market. They're one of the best defense stocks on the market. I really like it. Boeing has been incredible. It's been very faithful to me in the past as far as getting me some really solid returns. And just right now, this was a good day. $24.50. I took advantage. I ended up buying this right at the end of the tariff, the tariff announcement. The next day, Boeing really sank down. Every single time tariffs are announced, this stock is going to take a hit. But I used that to my advantage. I ended up getting it on a great discount. I really do think that's a $400 stock. There's this portfolio. It's smaller, but there's a lot of growth here. There really is a lot of growth. The dividends. I'm not getting a dividend every week, which is I'm pretty sad about that because I love dividends and I love cash flow, but you look at stocks like 3M. You look at stocks like Coca. I think I had Coca-Cola in here for a while. These stocks, most people, it's not an Amazon, it's not an Apple, it's not a Boeing, it's not Nexera Energy. And I was Nexera Energy. I had them in my portfolio for a while, and that shot up. I think that's like $170 right now. I should have held on to that. Held on to that stock, but. Yeah, guys, Visa. Visa's growing. I think I bought Visa. I had sold some of Visa and put some of that money into Amazon. I ended up buying it right back. So that I ended up raising my average cost. I think I bought this right at the high once again. But it's a grower. Guys. Look at that. I bought it at 137. And now I'm still up I'm up $22 because this thing is just not slowing down. Yeah, it can go back down to about $130 and have its correction or whatever. But these growth stocks, guys, everything's just spiking up, and I'm still getting those great dividends from stocks like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble. You look at Southern Company. I have not sold Southern Company. I really like this utility stock. I'm really up on them. $62 for a 9% return. That is not bad at all. My Verizon shares, I really cut down on my Verizon shares a little bit. Total return for a $30 return. I will buy more if it gets down to my average cost or below, but it's a solid telecom stock. And then a stock like Microsoft. This stock. Look at the graph here. There's barely any dips. There's barely any dips at all. Here's a dip right here that could have been a very good buying opportunity, but it's like Visa. It doesn't dip much, and it just keeps on going up. So there's only 10 stocks here, guys. There's really not too much to see here, but again, a very incredible diversified portfolio with everything I have. Everything's still here. Tech, this portfolio may be a little bit tech biased, but that's fine. I like tech. I'm bullish on tech. I've said that before. The retail giant Amazon is back into my portfolio, so I can have a little bit of fun with this portfolio, seeing Amazon just shoot up every day, and I'm just collecting returns off that. Johnson & Johnson, a great healthcare stock. Texas Instruments, solid semiconductor stocks, one of the best in the market. It's a very competitive sector. I think they're competing with a lot of these other companies like Intel, Micron Technology. There was another. I don't know about Nvidia. I'm not sure if they're competing in the semiconductors. I know they make those great AI chips, but it's a solid stock. I still like Texas Instruments. Solid consumer staples, Procter & Gamble. Solid financial stock, banks or whatever, Visa. Utilities covered. Discretionary cover, Starbucks. I haven't talked much about Starbucks. They're starting to trend back up here. Average cost $48 for a $26 return. Not bad. Telecom stock, check. Boeing Airlines, check. Industrials. another solid technology stock, and then we have real estate. So let me know what you let me know how you guys feel about this portfolio. It's been cut down a little bit. There's a lot of the popular stocks. Popular stocks are starting to emerge into my portfolio, but again, you can't. When you look at a return at $145 return, and I didn't trade any options or anything, that's still nothing to sneeze at. The after hours are bad, but I'll take it. But I'll still take that $145 return any day of the week. So let me know, guys. Comment, rate, whatever, and I'll see you next time.